my baby.
Still at large. The fugitive is known to be a
Cloudy with a 30% chance.
White male, I'm thinking, 180 pounds, something like that. About, he had a buckle, a very long.
Various body parts in his wake. Please.
If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked the cake. Bake the cake, bake the cake. If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked the cake. Hot you do, hot you do, hot you do. Had you dropped me a letter, I'd have hired a band. Grandest band in the land. Drop me a letter, I'd have hired a band. And spread the welcome mat for you. Oh, I don't know where you came from, 'cause I don't know where you've been. But it really doesn't matter. Grab a chair and fill your platter and dig, dig, dig right in. If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked the cake. Hired a band. Goodness sake, if I knew you were coming, I'd have baked the cake. Hot you do, hot you do, hot you do.
If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked the cake.
Practice random acts of kindness. Oh, done.
It's hanging by a nerve. It's hanging by a nerve.
Clear tonight with a low near 41. Tomorrow, more sunshine.
Mr. Edmonds?
Right.
Edmonds, you have to come out, please.
Right.
It's time to share.
Right.
Mr. Edmonds,
Right.
come on.
Right.
Come on, don't be afraid.
Right.
Come out sometime.
Right.
All right. Just have a seat.
Don't touch, okay?
All right.
Mom, okay. Don't touch.
All right.
Mom.
Have a seat.
Well,
Mr. Edmonds, welcome to Joliet State Penitentiary. I'm Mr. Sharps. I'll be your counselor today in your confrontation with the man who attacked you. Now,
Right.
what we want to do today is to have you come face to face with this man and express a little bit of how you feel about your encounter with him. Now, you may find this a painful thing to relive, but are you willing to go through with it?
okay.
Good. Max, would you bring Lenny in, please? Max, would you check him out, please?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Mr. Edmonds, we're just making sure there's no possible way that Lenny could have a weapon right now.
Right.
He's clean.
Lenny, would you have a seat? All right. No gang signs, Lenny, please. No gang signs, all right? Now, Mr. Edmonds, I reviewed your case, and it seems that on a cool summer evening, you were taking the garbage out of your 3-flat apartment down to the Dipsy dumpster behind the apartment, and you, Lenny, were crouched behind said dumpster with an aluminum baseball bat.
Right, and he jumped out and hit me in the face 8 times.
The report said 7.
8.
Well, 1 for good luck. Now, Lenny, what we need to find out is what was going on with you that night. Why did you do it?
Well, basically, I got a lot of rage.
Rage.
Yeah. You know, the inner city, it's like a pressure cooker, and the lid's on real tight, and the flames are licking up underneath it, and it can explode at any moment.
So, inner city rage.
Yeah, I mean, I'm from the suburbs, but I assume that.
Now, Mr. Edmonds, what we need to find out from you is, why were you taking out the garbage?
The bag was full. I mean, look, what I don't understand is that he's gonna get out in 3 years, but I'm not gonna get my eye back in 3 years.
Well, that's a good point. You need to find a way to express a little bit of the rage you're feeling. Now, Lenny, what you need to do is to realize how much pain you've inflicted on a fellow human being. Now, let's talk about emotions. When someone makes an emotional statement, I want the other person to echo, to repeat that statement. So let's start with you, Lenny. How do you feel right now?
Confident and good.
Pissed off and swollen.
Mr. Edmonds, you have to repeat what Lenny says. So, Lenny, let's try it again. How do you feel?
Confident and good.
Confident and good.
Great. Okay, let's get to the reenactment.
We're gonna do it again?
Yes, we're gonna do it again. We're gonna reenact the attack. That way we'll all know what the night meant for us and hopefully move beyond it. Now, Lenny, I want you to crouch behind the dumpster and let the rage build up inside of you. Okay. Now, Mr. Edmonds.
I had a bat.
Max, could he use your bat?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Great. Now, Mr. Edmonds.
Hey, hold on just a second. I mean, this doesn't seem too fair. I mean, he's got a real bat and everything. I don't have any real trash. I mean, come on.
Max, would you mind?
No problem.
Great. Thanks.
Put it down.
All right.
I was wondering if maybe I could play a little part.
Wasn't there an old woman?
Right, there was this old woman that watched him hit me in the face 48 times from a baseball bat. Oh.
Right.
Great. How about your bandana? Thanks, Len.
Man, that's weird. He looks just like her.
Now, Lenny, I want you to crouch behind the dumpster and let the rage build up inside of you like a poison. Okay. Mr. Edmonds, you take the garbage out and go.
I thought one lovely night to take out the trash. So I opened up the door and I went to the dumpster.
Whatever you feel, Lenny.
And as I opened it up, I was just...
How do you feel, Lenny?
Confident and good.
How do you feel, Mr. Edmonds?
Go!
Okay, that's good, Lenny. Lenny, that's enough. All right, that's good. All right, that's enough, Lenny. Calm down. Calm down. Now, Lenny, are you beginning to understand the kind of pain you can inflict on a fellow human being? Good. Let's do it again.
Hey, hold on a minute now. How about a little role reverse? I mean, you know.
Okay, you guys switch. Now, Max? Max!
Yeah.
I want you to crouch behind the dumpster and let the rage build up inside of you like a pressure cooker.
I'm a crock pot.
Great. Mr. Edmonds, you take the trash out and go.
I thought one lovely night to take out the trash real fast. I flung that door and I went up there.
How do you feel, Max? I'm good. How do you feel, Lenny? Respond, Mr. Edmonds. Respond, Mr. Edmonds. That's good. That's enough. That's good. Stop it. Wow, it's never gone this well before. Let's do it again.
Hey, hey, back it up, baby. Oh, I want to play the old woman.
I don't see what that's going to get us, Mr. Edmonds.
I do.
All right, give him the babushka. Go ahead.
Hey, can I be the mediator?
Yeah, I'll be the guy with the bat.
Okay.
How's everybody feel?
Confident.
Hey, I got an idea. Let's let the old lady take out the trash this time.
Bludgeoned to death with a fence post by a man claiming to be Jesus Christ. To a door...
Dear sinner, I am leaving you. I have come to realize with the help of my new friends that your behavior is evil and wicked. I will no longer walk with you on the path towards damnation. You may not understand now, but perhaps you'll understand when you are thrust down to the pit of hell where your body will be reduced to a mound of charred, burning flesh and your screams will ring out for an eternity. I left some chicken in the freezer and clean towels on the table. Ruth.
Hail Mary, full of grace, your boy kicked me in the face. He made my wife run away for a big promise on Judgment Day. My wife called me a sinner. I guess I'll be fixing my own dinner. Now I'm left with pain and loathing, caused by a wolf in Messiah's clothing. My wife dumped me for a guy named Jesus. Now I see a cross and I fall to pieces. It hurts to say his dad's name when someone sneezes. My wife dumped me for a guy named Jesus. You're such a big shot raising people from the dead, or a sleight of hand with a loaf of bread. You're a second-rate magician with everlasting life, whose latest trick is my disappearing wife. I'm as good as that guy named Jesus. I could cure a cripple with a prosthesis, and I can walk on water when it freezes. I'm as good as that guy named Jesus, and Jesus better watch his back.
Dr. Forrest, dial 118, please. Dr. Forrest.
Frank, what is it about Margot's behavior that you find most disquieting?
She's becoming difficult to handle.
I'm afraid that's not enough to commit her.
She's been having bad dreams lately.
Still not enough.
She's unresponsive.
In?
Yes.
Pay dirt. Nurse, would you bring the patient in, please? Don't worry, Frank. It'll be fine.
Here's the patient, doctor.
Margot, would you have a seat? Now, Margot, I want you to follow my finger with your eyes. Not your head, just the eyes. Well, physically, she seems fine. There are some things that don't show up on a blood test or a photographic plate or even on the end of a long scraping implement. Not that I'm opposed to that. But I'd like to have Bob Caswell take a look at her. Bob?
Hello.
Bob, this is Frank Burwell and his wife, Margot.
Frank.
Bob.
Of course, you know Nurse Betts.
How's your wife since the accident?
Not good. Do you mind?
Be my guest.
Physically, she seems fine. What seems to be the problem?
Well, she's unresponsive.
In?
Yes.
Yes.
Pay dirt.
Well, what do you think, doctor?
Well, I'm not a doctor.
No, I just wanted Bob to take a look at your wife.
Just the same, what's your prognosis?
Have you thought of having her committed to Wrongview Asylum?
We've thought of little else.
I see no other alternative.
Well, there it is. Committed. Cocktail?
Cocktail it is.
Not so fast, gentlemen. I don't believe you've exhausted all the possibilities.
Suppose you know more than Bob here?
Parts of me. Have you considered foreplay?
Oh, no. Why, I give her all the time she needs.
No. I mean, you administer foreplay to her. Don't you agree?
Yes.
You mean touch her physically?
Nurse Betts, that's quite enough.
Yes.
No, wait. Not you. I should like to hear more.
Imagine this. First you assume roles, say a good woodsman and a sultry maiden. The woodsman sweeps into the room glistening with sweat from chopping wood. The room fills with his man scent. You grab the maiden in your strong arms and you toss her onto the bedding. You rip at her clothes like a burrowing badger. You place a long, warm, passionate kiss upon her lips. The salivated juices mixing like a potion, driving you beyond human desire into a world of animal lust. Slowly and meticulously, you work your way down the nape of the neck, kissing, nibbling, and moving towards the deep, dark, musky treasures.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah. How about those cocktails? Can do. Nurse, would you cart her away?
That sounds nice.
What was that?
That sounds nice.
Do you mean being carted away?
No.
Cocktail?
No, the other thing.
The story of the woodsman?
Yes.
Why? No, she doesn't mean it. Margot is a good and proper woman. Why, she wouldn't even sleep on her stomach.
No. I do mean it, Frank. I want to be touched. I want to be caressed. I want you to be my woodsman.
I've got to put an end to this.
No, wait. Why, I've never pondered this. This idea of treating Margot as an equal sexual partner, why, it excites me. Imagine her blossoming like a flower under the tutelage of my soft caress. Maybe I could achieve sexual satisfaction simply by pleasing her.
He's insane.
It's spreading.
You're right. What was I thinking? Cut it away.
Cocktails?
Cocktails it is.
Cocktail.
Dr. Kravitz, you have a visitor in the main lobby. Dr. Kravitz?
Hey, Cindy.
Hey.
I was wondering if I could ask you a question.
Sure, I'm kind of in a hurry.
Well, I just wanted to get a woman's opinion about this problem I have.
Go ahead.
Well, this is a little awkward for me, but I'm sort of interested in this woman, and she's not really aware of my feelings. And the strange thing is that she works in this very office, so it's a little weird for me, you know, seeing her every day.
Is this someone I know?
Oh, I think you know her very well.
Well, maybe you should just come out and tell her how you feel.
No, I couldn't. I couldn't face the rejection if she didn't feel the same. I'm afraid.
You don't have to be afraid. You just have to be honest with your feelings.
Yeah, and somehow let her know how I feel.
Well, I have a feeling she already knows. And you know what? I think she feels the same way.
She does?
I know she does.
How do you know?
Because I'm her. I care for you like you care for me.
You care for me?
Well, yes.
Wow. That's exactly what I suspected.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm not interested in anybody. I only said these things just to see what you'd say, and it's exactly what I thought.
What are you talking about? I never thought about you in that way before today. I just got caught up in the moment.
Right. I guess that's why when I gave you a couple of vague clues, you immediately thought I was talking about you.
You deliberately led me to believe you were talking about me.
We hear what we want to hear.
You jerk!
No, wait. I only said I wasn't interested because when you said you cared for me, I was frightened by the intimacy of the moment.
You're talking out your ass. You're insane.
Yes, I'm crazy because I never felt this way about anyone before.
Look, I've got to get back to work.
I'm scared.
Well, we're all scared.
Are you scared?
I suppose I am.
Then you know how I feel. Cindy, how do you feel?
I don't really know right now.
I need to know, please.
Well...
Tell me. Don't be scared.
All right. I care about you.
I can't believe you said it twice. I thought maybe the first time you were just saying it to make me happy. But now I know it's really true. I bet a lot of chicks are interested in me.
You scumbag!
I'm sick. I've got problems.
I know you've got problems.
Can't you see this a thinly veiled cry for help?
Forget it! How dare you toy with people's emotions for your own amusement? Who the hell do you think you are? You know, a lot of women in this office said you were dirt, and now I know what they're talking about.
Yeah? Well, they all cared for me once. Jocelyn!
How'd you do? If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked the cake. Bake the cake, bake the cake. If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked the cake. How'd you do? How'd you do? How'd you do?